Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So this is Akshay Sapkal and you are watching me on channel Believer. Today's video is about the dependent visa for Germany. So before we proceeding further, dependent visa or the Germany is nowadays becoming the hot destination for the immigrants, and German government is allowing you to get your spouse or your family to the Germany, and that is the reason it is also called as a family reunion visa. Now let us talk about the requirement. So as you can see on the screen, you must have your residence permit. You also need to have your health insurance, and the proof of funds is required here. And if your spouse is coming from India, then they need to have a German A1 certificate or the language certificate to indicate that they understand the German. But if you fall under one of this category, which is on this side, then they get an exemption for the German language certificate. And the most important part here is to show the proof of accommodation. Now let us talk about the accommodation in more details. So if you are a family of two people, in that case you need to have a sufficient space, which is going to be 26 square meter or more than that. If you are a family of four people in which you have two kids, then you need to have a sufficient space more than 46 square meters. So here the math is 26 square meter is for adult and 10 square meter is for per kid which is below 6 years. So this is the most important part here in Germany, also during your visa application. So now let us talk about the documentation part here. So first you need to have a valid passport with you. Second, you need to have the signed documents with you, which you can get it from the VFS website or the link in description below. Third is your city registration certificate, which is also called as a Meldenbescheinigung. The important part here is it should not be older than 6 months. And the next is the proof of marriage, which either could be a letter from your government authorities or the letter from the priest or the photos of your marriage, which can indicate the marriage was legal. Last but not least, you also need to write the letter of covering or the letter of invitation for your spouse. I have also attached a sample of letter here in description below. Maybe you can download that and modify according to your requirement. Now you can visit the description below and download the checklist for your application, and make sure you get the 2 photocopies of each document and keep them in assigning order. Second thing to remember here, the signatures on your all the forms should be matching with your passport. And third, which is about your covering letter, you need to ensure that you get the standard covering letter for your spouse, because if you do not have a decent covering letter, it could be or it could lead a rejection in the visa application. So now we are gonna talk about how you can apply for a visa. You need to come on this website which is indicated here. Then you need to select your country. So for me, I'm Indian, so I've selected India, and I'll be traveling to Germany, so I've selected this, and I have got this drop down. So once I click here, it will take me to this landing page. Here you can see the set of instructions. So I'm then gonna click on apply for a visa to identify the further steps. So the most important thing here is to identify your zone where you must apply for your visa, or to which visa authority you need to contact. So for me, I stay in Pune, therefore I had to select Mumbai VFS. So once you are done with identifying your visa office or visa center, the next step is to start filling your form or the application form. I've also attached this form in the description below, so if you are not able to access this link, maybe you can download the form from there. And if your stay is below 19 days, the 90 days to 180 days, then you need to apply for a Schengen visa. And once you fill out this form, the next step is to book an appointment through this portal. So here, if I click on this part, it will take me to the new website which is called which will allow me to book a slot here. So once I click here, I need to create an account. and once I create an account, I need to fill certain set of information over there, and at the checkout page I will get an option to select my time slot. So once you fill out everything and selected your time slot on that day, you have to take your all the documents which we have discussed earlier in the set of two. So once you submit your visa application, the next process is to wait. I'm pretty much sure. So the wait time depends on your VFS center, also on your application and documentation. So for our case, it literally took 6 months, but I wish you all to get your family visa real soon. But once your visa application has been submitted to the VFS authority, then the next step is they will send your document whether via courier or electronically to the Germany or the German VFS office. Then the local authorities will verify your documentation. They might also contact you via email or mail. In my case, it was a mail that they sent me a letter in which I had to attach all this document one more time with the latest version. And once they verify all these documents, your spouse gets the family visa. So that's all from our side in this video. If you have found this video helpful, please do let us know in the comment section. And if you have any more questions about filing your spouse visa or dependent visa, feel free to let us know in the comment so that we can guide you. And until then, auf Wiedersehen.